Yo, what's good, y'all? My name is Tico Bean, Flabish in the building. I'm here to answer some questions with Sounds of the Future TV. Let's get it.
Is that 508?
Yeah. Nah, I'm back in this shit. I'm just back in this shit. I'm back in this shit. I'm just back in this shit. Whoa. Nah, I'm back in this shit. I'm back in this shit. I'm back in this shit. Yeah.
What's up? It's Nolan back with another episode of Sounds of Future TV. Who am I here with today?
Here with Tico Bean.
Thank you so much for joining us. So I just want to go back to when you first started making music. What really inspired you to pursue a career in it?
Honestly, bro, I've been a part of music longer than I even thought I was. I actually did some shadow work and thought about like my early childhood. My uncle used to be one of those dudes that when we walk around in the city, he's playing music out loud, like fucking headphones. He's rapping out loud, so I always look at it like, why are you rapping out loud? You could have said this, bro. You said that. Then eventually down the line, as I grew up in high school, my bros were rapping, but I would do the same with them. Like, yo, you could have said this or you could have said that. I started just saying my own thing, and then people liked it, so it was like, you know what? Start making more music.
So I kind of want to mention or dive into what you said. You said you did some shadow work to dive into what your music and stuff like that. A lot of artists don't really take that path in terms of like, being introspective in that sense. What type of shadow work are you doing in that sense, and like, is that something that really helps you and guides you in your career?
I mean, I grew up in a Catholic Christian community in the background, so I went to private school a lot, so everything I pretty much did was secluded, and attention would be driven towards me. So I knew how to like focus within little communities and groups on what needs to be done, right? So when it came to music, it was like, all right, as long as I do a project or I do something and anything in this world, you're gonna get results from it no matter how you look at it. It's all about perspective. Yeah. I would look at the results, go review it, analyze it, see what I did, how can I do better, what else could I do, what else should I take less heed to doing, and then that would be like my shadow work, where I go and I go tap in with the higher above, God, bro.
Fine.
Just that's really what it is, bro. Catholic school helped me out a lot, showed me there's a lot more to just life than just what you think it is. It's a bigger picture within everything.
I feel you. But I want to talk about so you grew up in Brooklyn, correct?
Yeah,
as well.
Born and raised Brooklyn.
What was it like growing up in Brooklyn, and how would you kind of say it shaped you as a person, and just like growing up in that environment and the people you meet, and like how has it also shaped the type of music you listen to or
Brooklyn
music you make?
Very, very cultured, bro. So I'm from Flatbush, Brooklyn, New York. So it's a lot of West Indian and Caribbean culture. But the history, if you know, like Flatbush has an extension, so Flatbush could go right down to downtown Brooklyn, go straight down to King's Plaza. That's taking up a lot of ground. So just me being able to move back and forth within that community and being a part of like Brooklyn, I'll go to school in a different borough. I went to middle school in Crown Heights. I went to elementary school in like Park Slope. So now I'm just covered ground in different areas. I'm seen, I'm known, I meet different people. I'm coming across different personalities. I get to navigate different. Then now I went from being in a public school setting in Brooklyn to like a private school setting in Brooklyn. Two different worlds, bro. Two different worlds. I kid you not. But as far as the people you come across, you never know who you might meet, bro. You might meet a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man or a neighborhood villain. You never know, bro. It's Brooklyn for real. So, I mean, as long as you're able to navigate and be yourself, anything you want will just like force itself to come to you in a way.
Facts. So now to talk more about your career and the type of music you make, what would you say, how would you kind of describe the type of music you make, and maybe do you have any like major influences when you are creating?
I'm a creative, so it kind of falls into the mood, but I say if you're gonna categorize my music, it's like melodic rap. I like to hit the air with melodies. Like, you're gonna hear me sing a little, but rap too in a swaggy way, confidently. But I'm a popper too. Yeah. So I know how to be humble. I know how to include like praising, awareness, and situational things. Tell a story at the same time. Get your ear to listen, dive, and be like, oh, that's what he was talking about. So all in one, I just categorize that as Tico Bean music. I put myself in my own category.
That's fine.
But some influences, I say Michael Jackson, Caribbean background. I'm Costa Rican, but I'm from the Caribbean part of Costa Rica, so it's a lot of like Boju Banton and played in my house. Some soca influences, Vibes Cartel, and the rap community. And my pops brought me up on Tupac, Biggie, Nas, Jay-Z. It's a whole list, man. But I say, for this era, you got the A Boogies, you got the Gunners, the Little Babies. That's the heavy influence. Future. My dog's named Pluto, so shout out to Future.
Shout out to Future.
Sounds of the future.
Yes, sir. So you mentioned Michael Jackson being a major influence of you as well.
Yeah, for sure.
And to kind of pivot a little bit, when Michael was alive, he obviously had like a pretty well documented. He really valued the independence route as an artist, and owning his music and stuff like that, which got him into a lot of situations with Sony Music. So I want to talk about that in the sense of an independent artist who's making his way up in the music industry, especially today. So when presented with different contracts and deals and stuff like that, whether it be from major labels or just like, labels in general, is that something that you dream of in the sense of, signing deals and then reaching different heights that way, but also in the same sense, sacrificing some control? Or do you feel like you would want to take the independent route and build with your team fully?
I mean, so far I've been independent, working alongside some of these industrial people and like that group. So I kind of see both sides to it, plus the knowledge of what's happened in the past and seeing where the world in the future is heading. It's no telling what is like possible. But I like the independent route because it's just more organic and authentic, and I've been doing my thing since. It's just more execution. Like, again, you do more shadow work, and then that'll show you the results right there, what you need to do. Because I promise, you working like how the labels, you treating it like a label, you might be able to start your own label and do what the labels are doing. But now, let's say you reach to a level where you are big and you want to take it, I wouldn't knock it. I mean, if you get a good lawyer and you work out a good contract, then hey, take it. You never know. Situational awareness, that's where you use your discernment to figure that out. Shadow work. But as far as myself, there's no telling what I like to be independent. If you like to work with me, I'm a great contractor myself. We can negotiate it. But as far as the labels, it's the future, Yeah. Whatever the future holds, we'll see when the time is right.
And to keep diving into more on your career as someone who's obviously been involved in the industry, and you said you've been, in contact with those industry people and been associated with some people in general. What would you say, I guess, just as an artist and on the business side, is there any big lessons you learned that you kind of carry with yourself as you continue to move along this journey?
Keep your chin up. Don't walk in a room with your chin down. Some of these people go through really long days and they feel like they're the boss in that situation. They're in control. That's the only place they're in control of something. So as long as you're in control of yourself and you keep showing up, you keep working hard, they're gonna notice who really wants it and who's not. And it's only but up to God to present it for you to win, Facts. Everybody gets a turn, bro. Everybody gets a turn. You gotta just want it.
Do you feel like music as a whole is your purpose in life? Is this like something that, obviously we mentioned shadow work earlier, you got a big faith, you're big on your faith. So is that something that you feel like you were brought here to do, is to become an artist and,
possibly, I
bring
think
a message?
Just sharing. It's crazy how you said that. I had a teacher in second grade. She was our teacher from second up to fourth grade. She gave us like little farewell letters. In that farewell letter, she said, whether you're going to be the next actor, comedian, artist, doctor, entrepreneur, lawyer, shining star. So it was like, I always felt like I just got put on earth to just show what I can. And if it gravitates to someone that's beautiful, then hey, that's what I'm here for, If the beauty in the eye of the beholder doesn't look too well, then hey, your opinion matters, but I'm not too worried about it, We just keep going and we keep doing what we gotta do, because it's like I keep faith in only the man above. So
for sure,
keeps me going every day. I wake up and I thank God.
Now I want to shift a little bit into the future. Obviously, we can't predict everything that's going to happen, where life's going to take us.
I know what you mean, big bro.
Yeah, but I want to talk about the, I guess, legacy for you. How would you want to be remembered as a artist and just as a person in general?
The impeccable chosen one. I mean, within my name itself, that's what Tico stands for. So I want to be seen as like, oh yeah, he was always a good dude, you know, because that's what I am. You know, I can't really fake the funk. To some people, of course, you may be a bad guy, but when they do the shadow work and think about it, they know the real. The real know the real.
Yeah.
So I can't really do too much about that, but I want to be remembered as somebody that made sure everything that mattered got dealt with.
Right.
You know, not really trying to ignore people that want to be heard with a voice that matters. You get what I'm saying?
I feel you.
And I definitely don't want to be around anybody that feels like they're stagnant or they're lacking in a certain area, because we could fix that. Every day you get a chance to fix that.
Every day you can get better.
Day, get better, bro. You get it.
Yeah, so
that's the future. You know, past, present, future is all going on at the same time.
So now 2 more questions for you. I want to talk about any upcoming work or projects, stuff you want to promote, shows, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, definitely. I just had a show at Meet the Rappers. Shout out to Lil Miss Chit Chat and all the other vendors in the building. It was a movie. You can actually find it on my videographer's page too, alongside mine, Dubai_shot IV on Instagram. Recaps like crazy. You see everything. As far as more performances, there's content day coming up with Star Nights. I will be there. I just dropped a project in November around Black Friday, Thanksgiving. It's called The Impeccable Chosen One. 9 hot bangers, different sounds all over, just melodies, rap. You feel raw, gritty, authenticity, bops, vibes, mood swings all over, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's 9 different spectacular sounds. And we might hit you with a deluxe in the spring. I think I want to hit them with a deluxe. Right now, the goal is to just keep getting the sound out there with some reels, you know, executing some more performances, mic drops, maybe possibly some radio placements. You know, I'm trying to get in a DJ's ear. Sometimes they got to just spin it and get a reaction. You never know. But the more heard is what I'm trying to be.
Bet. Excited to see what you do. And last question, we got a segment called Words from the Future. So do you have any advice or any lasting message you want to leave with the audience?
Keep going. No matter what you do, just keep going. Like I said, sometimes all you got to do is show up. That's the first step. And once you show up, everything that you thought was against you falls down. You just broke the first barrier. Once you get through that, you good. So just keep going, man. Don't stop. Keep God in your heart. If you really believe in yourself, keep going. Keep the best people's interest around you. Tap into that. Let them tap into you. And then it'll work hand in hand. And everybody's going to win. You know, everybody gets a shot. Everybody gets a chance. Just utilize it, seize the opportunity, and keep going. I probably said keep going about 200 times,
Hey,
bro.
you got to remind people.
Keep going.
For sure. So thank you so much for joining us.
Word.
That is another episode of Sounds of Future TV. Appreciate you, bro. Wish you the best luck in the future.
From New York to Massachusetts.
For sure.
We out.
Signing out.
Back in the field, back like I never left, ready to spill. Only got 1 shot, I go for the kill. Could've went platinum with thoughts like the drill, but I found a better way without a deal.